might not be working out for you right now, but I can assure you that as long as you're providing value and people need what you're providing and you're scaling at it, you're diversifying, you're investing, you're building, you're growing, you're learning. Almost everyone have different financial upbringing. Some people were lucky enough to have parents, teachers or siblings who were of financial literates, while we have some people who didn't get any financial education whatsoever, be it savings, budgeting, trading, or even investing. Which all of these put together contribute hugely to how we see money or what it means to us. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you some money lies or advice you need to unlearn to help you make better financial decisions. But before I proceed, I would love to state that I'm not a financial advisor. All these are my personal opinions and research. And then guys, please remember to subscribe to the channel and also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Growing up and having made some bad decisions myself, both the ones I was told and the decisions I assumed were right, I decided to share with you guys some lies or advice about money you need to unlearn. Let's go or avoid to help you, live more fulfilled life. Some of these advice or lies might come up as bitter, but you don't have to come for me. Remember, I'm talking from my own personal experiences. So the first one is saving all your money in the bank. Hold on. I'm not saying saving money in the bank is entirely wrong. It's good to have an emergency savings somewhere just in case. I have some money saved in the bank. What I would say is entirely wrong is having to put all your money or even majority of them in the bank. The issue with this is that the interest you will receive will be lower than the inflation rate. This means that over time, the money you save will be less than what you put in the first place. Yes, your money will still be in your account, it's just that its purchasing power will decrease. It may sound, counterintuitive, but if you save all your money, you won't become wealthy. I've not seen anybody become really, really wealthy by just saving all their money. That's because saving money in the bank is a losing proposition due to taxes and low interest rates. The only way you can become truly wealthy is by taking your money and investing it. Yes, I know there are a lot of risks when it comes to investing. However, when you invest your money, it has the chances of growing exponentially. If you start out by saving all your hard-earned money in the bank, it can make it really difficult for you to take out and invest, in stocks or real estate or crypto or even bonds. It can feel like you're gambling or even, was throwing it into the streets because, these investments can be very volatile and they can go down anytime. But the good news is that if you're investing for a long time, they tend to go up even with a few down times in the market. So putting all your money in the bank without investing it is a big no. And that brings me to the second one, which is you have to own a home or buy a property, or people saying that owning a home is better than renting. Do not give me that whole look, of course, owning a home and all of that. I will explain. Yes, it's great to own a property, but this is not a decision everyone has to make, at least not immediately. It's not always the right choice for people. There are lots and lots of expenses associated with buying a property. Look, I'm not trying to discourage you from getting a property. I'm also looking to get one myself someday. But then you need to know the amount of expenses that comes with owning a home. And are you financially ready to make all those expenses when it comes to owning a home? It could be a good investment, but then it could also be a bad one too. We can begin with the expenses that come with owning a property. We have to talk about buying the property tax, maintenance, renovations, utility, mortgage, insurance, repairs. You're going to be the one responsible for all of this. The cost for home maintenance and repairs can impact your savings quickly. A longer commitment will be required from you as compared to when you're renting. Mortgage payments can be higher than rental payments. Property taxes will cost you extra over and above the expenses of your mortgage. Money, needed upfront to buy a home can be hard to pull together. So if you're not ready financially and every other thing that is involved with owning a home, then it's not a best idea for you to own a property. Also remember, owning a property is not a liquid asset. This means that if you ever plan, on selling your property, it may not be as quick of a process as you expect. So if the money is something you need, immediately, you can't really get it quickly. Although you don't have to pay for rent every month, property taxes can actually go up. You can lose the value of your property over time instead of gaining it. So all I'm trying to say is that in many cases, renting can be cheaper than buying a home because of the upfront cost involved. So don't let anyone put you under pressure of owning a home quickly. Kindly take your time. Now this brings me to the third one, which is do not always talk about money. I've heard a whole lot of people, make statements like, I don't like talking about money, anything money related scares me, I can't handle money discussions. I think that's where this problem started in the first place. I believe because we don't talk about money enough, that's why a lot of people are moving around financially uneducated. If you know me very well, you will know that I love to talk about money. I read up about it, I study it, I want to know more. And the truth is, the more I learn and talk about it, the better I am, the more lessons I learn, along the way, the more confident I am handling my money and even plan better around it or budget my money. I also, get more confident to teach people about money. So people have made a whole lot of mistakes, lost a whole lot of money because they have no idea, what to do with the money, how to handle it, or even what money means. I think we owe it to ourselves to talk more about money, read about it, and the better we become at it. Conversations should be had around, having money. This is why people struggle with negotiating their salaries, sponsorship raise, and all of that. I can even tell you from personal experience, I had a whole lot of sponsors that reached out to me, over 5 of them between June and July. And I lost some of them just because I didn't have, the right amount for my channel or the right amount of money to charge for my channel. And then when I researched to see if, there are lots of materials online that could help me determine this, I didn't see. If you follow me on this channel, you will notice that I love talking about money, sharing information about it, because I feel it will help a whole lot of people. And now that brings me to the fourth one, which is the harder you work, the richer you become. See guys, I'm a hard worker and I can tell you for a fact that there are a lot of people who work 10 times harder than I do, and there are some people who don't even work as hard as the least hardworking person you and I know. Hard work pays off, yes, but to some extent. We can check out some careers and businesses that you and I know they put in a whole lot of work but are not properly compensated. I think it all boils down to the career path and the life choices we've chosen, and then we work smarter around it. Say for example, in the world of sports. We know how hard it is to be a gymnast or even a golf player or a footballer. I'm not saying anyone is better than the other, but they all work really hard, but then we all know who makes money the most. Even in the same field or career, some people earn more than the other. To be able to make most from all the hard work, I think the major thing is to provide a whole lot of value that people are willing to pay for, and then scale that value so that people can keep coming back to pay for it. Now that brings me to the fifth one, which is avoid luxury and expensive things. I believe in you only live once. Some people still think that it's a bad thing to spend or even own luxury or any expensive thing, or even give themselves some very little treatments. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. I'm not saying you should, lavish all your money just because tomorrow is not guaranteed. But honey, you deserve some nice things too. You didn't come to this life just to pay bills and die. Go on that vacation, get that car, those nice shoes, bags and dresses. It's not a taboo to treat yourself to something nice. Sometimes when you cross some milestones, celebrate them. If you have if you haven't even crossed the milestone, the fact that you're living is worth celebrating, as long as it makes you feel good. You're working hard, reward yourself sometimes. I do that to encourage myself. I know most times, when you come from a background where every expenses is accounted for or aren't sure, when the next one is coming in, we tend to be too frugal that we forget to live. And sometimes we even feel wrong to treat ourselves to nice things. I'm here to tell you that it is okay to spend on yourself and make sure you feel good about it. Which brings me to the next one, which is earning more equates spending more. A lot of people live like this, and when I mean a lot of people, I mean a whole lot of people. Most people always think that because they earn more, they can now splurge on anything. I'm not saying it's bad for you to treat yourself to something nice. I do that once in a while, but some people have made it a habit that because you got a raise, you should be spending and lavishing more. Lifestyle inflation, especially maybe your income went up isn't such a great idea, at least not at the beginning. Most advisors, when you read, will tell you to still maintain your lifestyle, for at least 6 months. I don't think there should be any regulated time frame for that. But I think that one of the best things you can do is either, invest that extra raise you got. When the returns from that investment comes in, then you can, up your lifestyle a little bit, but not dramatically. You don't have to keep up or show off to anyone because your income went up. As long as the current level you're on is comfortable, then you're okay. And that brings me to the 7th one, which is buying things in bulk will save you more money. See, this is from personal experience. I do this a lot. Some people do this and they, at the end you find out that this isn't true. You don't have to buy things in bulk. Yes, to some extent, when you buy things in bulk, you tend to get a little more discount, but then most times you end up not using them. Either they expire, or you find out you don't really need them, or they spoil, or you go out and see the same thing but a final version and then you forget the one you left at home. I just think where this works is if you're 100% sure you're going to use it all. I remember when I used to buy makeup in bulk and I end up throwing most of them away, or even buy clothes in bulk and end up not liking most of them too. I also do this with food items where I go and I buy things in bulk only for them to perish. So if you know you won't be using all these things in bulk, by all means, please just buy only what you need. I even believe you save more when you buy things you need than buying in bulk that will end up spoiling. Now that brings me to the final one, which is because I come from a poor background, I can't be rich. Yes, some people are born privileged, but there are also some people who have made it from nothing. I know I'm going to be super wealthy, I don't know about you, but I'm on my journey. I have never allowed where I come from, be a barrier or an obstacle for me. Most people have the mindset that because they are from poor background or some kind of place, they can never be wealthy. So they tend to not put in, a lot of effort into things. But I'm here to tell you that you can be wealthy if you put your mind to it. First, I need you to know that being wealthy is not a destination, it's a journey. Jeff, Bill Gates, Mark, they're among the wealthiest people on earth. If they retire today and choose not to do anything in life till they die, they can never ever be poor. But guess what? They are still working, if not even harder than most people you know. Why? Because there's no destination to being wealthy. It's a lifelong journey. So yes, things might not be working out for you right now, but I can assure you that as long as you're providing value and people need what you're providing and you're scaling at it, you're diversifying, you're investing, you're building, you're growing, you're learning, honey, you're on your way to a huge success and you're going to amass a whole lot of wealth. So don't ever let your obstacle, challenges define you. It's all part of the process. It just makes your success story a bit longer and even more interesting. So don't ever give up and we'll meet at the top. So I'm here to encourage you guys. Some of these things you need to, unlearn them. Do not make some of these mistakes, all right? So make sure you pick up these lessons and apply them in your real life. And this brings me to the end of the video, guys. Let me know in the comment sections, and even some that you think are very bizarre that people still do to this age. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Please do not forget to support me by subscribing to the channel and also to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.